Hey everyone, and welcome back to the third episode of our Ferrari career mode in F1 Manager. As you can see, we're doing a lot better than Ferrari are doing in real life. We're now 22 points clear of Red Bull, who are in turn 36 points clear of Mercedes already. So yeah, there's obviously a pattern forming, but it's only been 2 races, so anything can of course happen. Yeah, I said before, we're trying to just get Ferrari that famed championship after all these years. Hopefully we can do it. Our balance is looking pretty good. We did spend a decent amount of money. I think we've already spent 20 million on upgrading our facilities. So how are we doing in terms of the cost cap? Right now projected to be at 48 million outgoing with a remaining of 93. Currently we've spent 28 million, so yeah, 23 of that was apparently in car part development. What about all the facility upgrades we made though? Okay, I don't really understand how this works yet, but it looks like we're pretty well under the cap for now. That's pretty good. Let's have a look then at our upcoming events. So we're gonna have our race simulator upgraded soon. That's today actually. Then our first design will be complete for the chassis we're making. In 6 days also the side pods will be designed. And we're also having our first scout report about Porsche. And then we're going to try and scout Bono, I think, to see if we can maybe poach him away. It did say that he was open to talking to us, so that could be funny. So yeah, lots of things happening. Upcoming race will be in Australia, Albert Park. That should be a fun race as well. Let's first check our mail. Race simulator upgrade complete. Yeah, so we went from 40% to 60% weekly experience gain. Very nice. Love that. Did cost a little bit more, but that's okay. Yeah, congrats of course on us winning. That is very nice. And again, they're complaining a bit about the engine cooling, but as long as it's not, as long as our car isn't breaking down, I don't care so much, to be honest. And the post-race review, yeah, we did fine. So that's fine. Okay, all good. Let's keep going. And there is that design, the chassis. That means we should do 2 things, I think. Let's have a look. So first of all, we could now start manufacturing that chassis, I assume. Yeah, because we don't have any of these yet. And as you can see, it's better in every regard, but like very marginally. So maybe we should have made it a little bit better, I guess, but we click on E. Doesn't really seem to do anything. Yeah, so this isn't actually gonna improve our car that much. But let's make one anyway. I think we have the capacity for it, and it only costs 75,000, so we might as well. So let's make 2, 1 for each car. I don't want to make 4 because maybe we can try and make an even better chassis down the line. That's gonna take us 17 days and cost 100. Well, why would we not make them in, like, there doesn't seem to be any advantage to doing things in bulk. It would be 1 day quicker, I guess. If we do 2 times 9, it would be 18 days. So I guess, yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. Are we gonna spend 75,000 to do it a little bit quicker? I don't think so. I think we can just do a normal run, and that's fine. And that will also give us some more chassis in case we need it, basically. If our cars crash, we might need to make a new one. Yeah, so we do have a better chassis. Maybe we could try and make a better rear wing as well, because we're not that great in top speed acceleration, and we also went down in DRS, I think. Engine cooling, we're anyway doing something with the side pod, so let's maybe try and design a rear wing. And let's use a lot of these days, I think. The ATR period, I think, was something like every 40 days or so it resets. Every 45, I don't remember exactly. We can definitely use a bit for this, I say. Let's try and make a really good rear wing. That would be a cool design, I think. So let's use like half our remaining hours, maybe. And then let's also use a lot of these wind tunnel hours. We can really try and improve this a lot. So this would actually bring our drag reduction from third to first. Same for low speed and same for DRS delta. So if we did this, our top speed still wouldn't be that great, but our acceleration would be really good. And that's about it. Basically, we would just improve our acceleration a lot, and we would also improve our car parts expertise a little, so that could be nice. So what would that actually do then? Honestly, it doesn't seem like a lot, but I guess in Formula 1, like even the slightest little margins like matter, right? But I don't know. I guess we're gonna leave it as is. This seems to do the most to me, so what would this do? So this, we would actually bring down our dirty air cornering, but we would improve our top speed and become fastest on the grid with like very marginal numbers, obviously, but our low speed would definitely be a little bit worse though. I don't really like that. Like we would still be in first, but I prefer not to be, like not to bring that down too much. And again, we're improving everything else, which is kind of nice. Like we have more G-force in our acceleration, we have a higher top speed. And it does seem like our dirty air cornering is still like fine. We'd still be first, so yeah, maybe we just do this. I don't know if anything else here really matters. This doesn't seem like a smart thing to do. No, we don't want to do that, I think. Yeah, okay, let's keep it at this and see what that does for us. So let's use again all the engineers we can. Definitely don't want to do rushed, I think. We're already spending a lot of money on this part. Oh, maybe because we're putting in more hours into the wind tunnel and whatever else, than also the cost window, because I don't feel like the chassis was this expensive. But we have a lot of cost cap remaining, 11 million, so that should be more than fine. But I don't really want to rush it. 40 days. Ooh. That is quite long. It'll be 27 if we pay that little bit extra. I mean, we are Ferrari, right? Like, we have so much money to spare. Maybe we just do it. I think we might... It takes off like half the time. Which is kind of nice. Yeah, let's do it. I do want to try and stay ahead in terms of our car. Of the competition. So let's just try. 40 days is a lot of time, and I still want to use up those other hours we have as well. Let's see. Alright, so yeah, that was that chassis that we're now making. Very nice. And then we can continue again. I think now we have our scout report. Yeah, that is Pusher. So let's have a look then. So now we can see his growth potential is still high. He's 71 rated. His aggression is low. And then we can see all his stats. So his reactions definitely need work. Now, I'm not looking at getting him or anything, but that's good to know. But now, more importantly, one of our scouts opened up. So what can we do? Like last episode, right? We said we want to start getting rid of some of these people that have been failing us. And now the head of aerodynamics, I don't mind him because he's been doing pretty good, right? Like that, the car is not the problem at Ferrari. So he's really good. We're going to keep him. However, the technical chief and the two race engineers, I think we could do better with them. Especially Marcos Padros here. So I think I would love to get Bono. Because he's like 93 rated. That's just insane. And he's open to negotiation. He's likely to accept a reasonable contract proposal from our team. And it would just be really funny to get Bono to be, I don't know. So I want to scout him. No, sorry, that's contract proposal. I want to scout him. And I think we'll do a detailed report. It's not like we're really in a rush to get him right now. So I think we'll do a detailed report so that we know everything about him. And then let's see what we can find out. If that would be a good deal to get him or not. That could be fun. Alright, so let's keep on keeping on. And let's see. Board confidence check-in. I'm writing to inform you that the board are satisfied with your recent work as team principal. Keep performance as well as possible during races. Keep meeting the board's objectives and keep a keen eye on your finances, and our confidence will only grow. I would expect a good result in your board review in 4 months. Okay, so in 4 months we're gonna get a review apparently. Right now we're still on medium, but they're delighted with our race performance and satisfied with the other 2. We don't want to go into debt apparently, which makes sense. We're on target for our season objective. Yeah, this is all pretty good. All right, so yeah, they're happy with us, so shouldn't be a big problem. Now, apparently, we're having an urgent message about the suspension. We have a low number of our manufactured suspension F22-2 designs. It's currently fitted in car 1, and if we have an unlucky race weekend, we might run out entirely and be forced to buy an emergency replacement. Yes, but I'm pretty sure that's because this is a new suspension that the tutorial forced us to put on there. Yeah, so we still have a lot of the old one. Obviously, it's not ideal, but I don't think we need to make another one right now. I don't think this one really upgrades anything either. Like, it's pretty marginal compared to slightly better high speed and slightly better dirty air conditioning. So I'm not gonna worry too much about that. I don't think we need another one of those. Yeah, again, the engine cooling has been a thing, but so far it hasn't really bit us in the ass, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Finance report from March apparently is done. Yeah, obviously we made a loss because we spent a lot on the facilities. I'm not worried too much about all this. Apparently our balance is going to be really good, so yeah, I'm not too worried here. Alright. Wait on our next design. That's the side pod. Very nice. So those are done now. Now again, we want to do 2 things, right? Like we want to start... Oh, sorry, that's the actual facilities. We want to start... let's see, we have 5 engineers available, so we could design another part. And we could also manufacture this new side pods. But question is, how many of our hours are we going to use and what are we going to make? That's also a pretty big one. Our car is still pretty good. I would still like to focus on engine cooling, but we've already made some side pods. The rear wings are also being done, so we could try and go for a front wing this time. That might also help. Chassis we've already done, but let's maybe do a front wing as well. And then I think we'll end up using our remaining hours because we only have 28 days left. Maybe we don't. We could make one more part if we do it like this. Then we still have 0.9 hours left in the CFD and another 15 in the wind tunnel. But let's see how long this would actually take to make, because if it's gonna take longer than 29 days, then we might as well use everything up. I think the other one was already gonna be quite a while. We're already first in all of these, so except top speed, which apparently it's not gonna really help with. No, not much. 0.01. But I guess like improving our just being better is obviously not bad. Like we could keep ahead of the competition at least. I don't think I'd want to do too much about this. Especially nice to improve this dirty air cornering, I think. We're already doing that quite significantly, it looks like. So Not bad. Yeah, so this is gonna take 36 days already. So even if we do it rushed, we would still only have 24 days left. I think we're just gonna use up all our hours, actually. Let's just use as much as we can. And that would really help, I think, with these numbers, I would assume. Actually, doesn't seem to help that much. No, it does. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I think it's gonna take 36 days. That'll be like right after our design is done. So that seems pretty fine. Wait, now I'm curious actually. How long was the other one gonna take? Yeah, sorry. How long is this rear wing that we're making gonna take in our ongoing project? Design project 22 days. So we could do one more. Maybe that's better. Because we will have a design left still. Okay, then we'll just use half of everything we have. That's okay. And then this one is gonna take a bit longer, but that's fine. So let's use all our engineers. And we'll just do regular approach. 36 days is fine. Okay. And we can start making those side pods that we made. And that would really help with engine cooling and acceleration. So that would be really nice. It would be really nice if we could have this done before the race, which I don't think is possible. No, we have only 5 days unless we do an emergency, but I think that's a bit much. So maybe we just do normal then it should be done for the race after Australia. And then the second one probably won't be done, but that's okay. Actually, it's only 75 grand extra. Yeah, let's just do rush then. We'll make 2 of them for now. We can always make more once that's done. So it won't be done for Australia, but we'll still have some nice side pods soon. So that's good. Alright, perfect. That should really help with our engine cooling. Won't help us right now, but it will definitely help soon. Tour center has now been upgraded. I think we want to do one more. Tour center, there you go. So if we upgrade this, we get another 5 grand per week, and it does cost a bit more in monthly upkeep. But that's okay, it's still a profit net. Let's see, we pay 7 extra per month, and then we get 5 per week. That's 20 versus 7 is 13,000 profit per month. Yeah, that's still worth it. Let's do that. All right. Let's see. Race preview. At the moment, Ferrari are leading the pack in the Constructors' Championship by 22 points, with Carlos Sainz at the top in the Drivers' Championship by 6. Everyone is sure to be keeping a close eye on Charles Leclerc, who took first place at the last Grand Prix, and even more eyes will be on Carlos Sainz, who will be sure to fight with everything to claim that first place spot this time around. One thing's for certain, you won't want to miss this. Alright, lovely. Cool, alright, I think we're all good. Race prep. Let's get going. I do think we also have to start looking at some point into our sponsors. We're supposed to be doing some race event days. I don't really know how to trigger those, to be honest. Maybe during the race prep itself. Maybe something I forgot to check. I don't know. Alright, so let's have a look first at Albert Park. First of all, it doesn't look too warm, so that's fine. Historic safety car chance is at 50%. As usual, we get our usual setup. 58 laps. Michael Schumacher set the lap record. Cool. We get a few DRS zones, 3 looks like, and looks like we didn't get too many safety cars last time around. 3 strategies, all of them involve only mediums and hards, no softs. Now let's have a look then at the compound performance. Yeah, it appears to be that the track is quite abrasive. So with only 11 to 15 for a soft, that's gonna not be very useful, I'd say. They would be a lot quicker than the mediums, but yeah, that doesn't seem like a good deal. Apparently the hards are quicker than the mediums? That is interesting. Huh. Alright. So this seems like a horrible strategy then. Why would you pit twice and go for double soft or double mediums if the hards are quicker? I'm not reading this wrong, right? Yeah, no. They're quicker. That's really strange. Okay. So honestly, you'd want to start off on the hards then? That seems so counterintuitive. So we definitely want to be the most time on the hards because they can last for ages. Let's say 35 laps on average. Mediums meanwhile could be like 25. So we could easily make it to the 59 that we need. 58. Yeah. I guess, yeah, we could just start on the mediums and then go to the hards, but we'll see. It's not like there's a huge difference between the two. It's just interesting to see. Normally hards are slower. But, okay. As always, we're gonna say that we can definitely reach Q3, and I think we can also get top 2. For race target, fastest lap, I don't know. That one is tricky. We did get it the last 2 times, though, so maybe we just go for it. And we already have this streak, so that's fine. We'll just keep that going. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything here to say like, hey, we want to do a sponsor event, so I don't really know how to do that yet. Is there any car parts that we want to put in from our warehouse already? I don't think so. I think our powertrain is still looking pretty good. It's a little bit, yeah, it's going down a little bit in performance, but not much yet, so that's okay. Don't mind that too much. All right, is there anything we want to install? We could install this chassis. I guess we give that to Charles. Do we have another one? No, we only have one, right? No. Alright, so Charles gets that one, and he's going to be slightly better. Not a lot, but slightly. That's nice. Rear wing obviously wasn't done yet. Side pods aren't done yet. Underfloor isn't done. And yeah, suspension we did at the start of the save. So that should be good. I think we're ready to go. Reserve drivers are there. They gain boosted experience when they take part in the first practice session of race weekend. So if we had a rookie, we could maybe put him like in the P1, but probably then one of our drivers wouldn't get the experience they need to actually practice on the track, which would be unfortunate.
Welcome to Melbourne for a weekend of fierce competition. We're a stone's throw from the beach here at the Albert Park Circuit. It might be party mood in the grandstands, but in the paddock, expectations and tensions are high. The Albert Park Circuit is bursting with rapid corners and a long straight where drivers can push their speed to the limits. Good attention to medium speed downforce will likely make beating this beast of a track just a little bit easier.
All right.
We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax.
Nope.
Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. What will happen this weekend? Only time will tell.
Exactly. All right. Very nice. Love the little intros. We'll definitely be watching those throughout this series. All right. Yeah, I don't know how to do any of these sponsor things. I guess we're not doing one of those yet. What are we doing? Right, we're not going to be using softs much, so we can definitely use a lot of those during practice and qualifying. I think we'll just start on one set softs, and And do a little setup. Maybe let's try on one of these sides first. And put that there. Let's try something like this, see what that does. We'll do 15 laps because last time it went a bit wrong with less. So these tires won't be able to do 15 that well. Unless we tell them to like hold back a little, that should be fine, I suppose. Let's try 15 and see what that gets us. And I would like the same for you, Carlos. Be a little bit chill on the tires, please. Try something like that. I like to eliminate the corners first, and then see where we what we can get. So our engine is right now at 77%. The gearbox has also taken a bit of a beating. I mean, eventually throughout the season, we're probably gonna have to take some penalties and just get a completely new one, like our 4th or 5th one even. That is just what it is, right? Like, even in real life, they do that a lot, so that's fine. I think we're gonna definitely manage the first one.
Radio check.
A radio check. And let's just send our guys out immediately.
Green light.
Green light. There goes Charles. And let's send out Carlos as well. There you go. Both of our boys are out on track. And let's follow one lap of Charles doing an out lap, and then we're gonna blitz through these free practice sessions, to be honest. I do want to get a little bit acclimatized to the track. Want to see what's going to be happening here, but apart from that, we're not going to be looking too much at the practice. I want to skip through it rather quickly, just get our setup, and then maybe we'll even simulate a third one, because the AI doesn't seem to really mess up the tires too much if you only give them one practice session, so I'm happy enough with that. Let's see. All right, looking pretty good so far, taking the corners well, and hopefully that gets us some good intel from our two drivers. So quick. Imagine you're really in one of these cars. That's... Oh, it looked like a very sharp corner. I'm pretty sure you'd break your neck if you tried that in real life. Or at least just spin out and crash. Alright, here's rather sharp turn. A little bit of grass there. Do another sharp turn, immediately switch back. There you go. Low speed. And back onto the main straight. There you go. Alright, so that was one lap. Cross the line. Cool. Alright. So now we know what the Albert Park racetrack looks like. Let's speed things up. Definitely just want to go through this a little bit quick. But just make sure that we get sort of the setups that we want. So far, times are looking pretty good. Obviously, no one else has really gone out much yet, but not looking too bad there. And let's see how we do. So far, we're definitely doing fine. I don't know. Doesn't seem like Max is out yet, is he? No, he's not out yet. Okay. Only now doing his start. Yeah, there he is. He seems to be a bit off the pace. No, there he is. Okay. Well, not looking too bad so far. Getting 3 out of 5. How are the tires holding up here? 48%, around 30. They're gonna start complaining, so we'll definitely have to keep an eye, but it does seem like we're almost out of fuel anyway. Hopefully we'll get that last little bit of intel before they come in. That would be nice. There you go.
Update when you can.
Right now he doesn't like it.
So much.
Alright, yeah, he's definitely not happy.
Copy.
So let's bring them in. Multiple cars crashed. What happened? Not sure who that looks like. Who's that?
So
Yeah, so anyway, we're gonna call our guys in, so that's perfectly fine. Yeah. But I would like to see what happened here. Looked like Tsunoda.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Yuki, I think.
Sounds like a few cars have crashed. Let's take
Ooh,
a
okay.
closer look.
What happened
Now,
here?
just watch
That's
the
a
Mercedes
Mercedes.
here.
And Yuki. I don't know if that was Hamilton or... Oh!
Goodness me,
Oh.
that is a serious collision.
That was a heavier hit for the Alpha Tauri than the Mercedes, even though the Mercedes caused it. Who is dead? Where's Russell? What happened?
The car is okay.
The car feels neutral.
Okay, so Carlos isn't too unhappy about his setup. That's nice. And there's our guys. All right, so let's reconfigure, especially Charles's car. He is not happy right now. All right, so good on braking stability, but everything else needs work. So let's just completely set that to like a completely different setup. I don't mind trying something like this, to be honest. That's all pretty far away from the usual, and this one sort of stays on good, which is fine. Maybe we can try to set it like slightly this way, and if it's not this way, then we'll know we need to go to the right. We'll give you a fresh set of softs, and again, just do a run plan of 15 laps, I'd say. It seemed to work out fine. So let's let them reconfigure that. And meanwhile, Carlos, what have you been doing? We'll give you a fresh set, of course, as well. And definitely need to work on the oversteer and on the traction, but everything else looks pretty good here. So, and we also know already what we need to do for braking stability. Obviously, that needs to go a bit more to the right. Let's try something like... I do want to keep the cornering sort of where it's at. Yeah, the traction definitely needs to be more there. I want to get this braking stability like right where it's at now. Oh, maybe we can do that with this. The cornering needs to be way back. Just something like... Okay, so we're gonna try completely something different on the traction, just go way the other way. Oversteer isn't really where I want it to be yet. Try something like that. And yeah, traction is maybe a little bit too far to the left now, but oh man, this, we could try this. This looks fine. All right, set you up like that and send you out again, and we'll go for times 16, of course. There's a safety car, but that should be cleaned up soon enough. There you go. And anyway, we're waiting, of course. Yeah, like I said, times 32 here would be really nice, but all right, normal racing, right on time for us. Let's send them out. There you go. All right. Hopefully that gets us some good intel. At the very least, we're gaining some good experience with the car and experience on the track. That should already be pretty nice. With us not going to use any... Like, we're probably just going to try and do a one-stop with mediums to hards, or the other way around. So I'm not even opposed, to be honest, to...
How many mistakes I'm gonna do?
Oh, okay. Heavy breathing. Alright, apparently Carlos here spun, but it looks like he...
Let's have a look. Let's
Could
have another
recover.
look. Sainz is the focus here.
Looks like he's a little bit up too much on that McLaren, and then he just loses it. Alright, well, luckily that didn't seem to damage anything. So I think we're just going to keep him out. We're not getting any weird car part messages, so... Looks like he's fine. Let's just let him do his run. Hopefully he can build up a little confidence by just staying out on track. And then let's see. Yeah, I think we can definitely just let him do his thing. Hopefully we get some better feedback on these setups. All right, looking pretty good. Yeah, well, I don't wonder what happened to Russell actually. Like, he doesn't He's not driving it right now. It could be, of course, that they're just like letting one of their youth drivers practice, but interesting. Don't see anyone else that has a weird name. How's the car feeling? Setup confidence seems good now. That's nice. Feels pretty good. All right, perfect. Then I think we're just gonna let them run for a little bit more, and then as soon as they're done, they're just gonna come in. Which they're doing now. That's fine. All right. I don't think we're gonna do anything anymore. We've sort of done what we can in this session, I'd say. Have a look at least at the car setup. So still the oversteer could use some work, actually. Everything else is already pretty close. Can we just change only the oversteer somehow a little bit? I really don't want to touch everything else too much. We're gonna have to do one of these. This one seems to move the angle the most. Problem is then we're gonna have to get everything back somehow. It seems really tough. Revert everything, please. And let's see if we only move this one. We can sort of move these back to where they were. Doesn't seem too bad. I do hate moving this too much. Let's try this. I don't know. I don't really like moving these too much, but this at least is a little bit closer on the oversteer. And I guess we're gonna give him another set of soft. Are you looking? This is fine, to be honest. I don't want to change too much on that. Let's set you up on another soft. Now, I don't know if we're gonna send them out anymore. I don't think so. Well, we might as well. Close. Still have 10 minutes, so let's just use up another set of softs. Or at least a few laps worth. Looks like we're actually... Perez and Verstappen are slightly quicker than us now. Interesting. We'll send you out for a little bit. Just get some practice in. We don't need to look at the setup too much. I just want to have them improve their track knowledge a little bit. And find to use up a bit of the tire. It's okay. Yeah, it looks like we are a little bit slower than the Red Bulls near the end here. So that's interesting. I guess it is also the track rep is improving, so that could just be it. Alright, let's speed things up. Session end. Just speed things up, please. There you go. Alright. Yeah, so near the end they did go past us a little bit. Setup confidence, yeah, in the end we didn't really get a better result for Charles, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, we might as well use another set of softs, I'd say. We could do one on the mediums. Could be fun too. And yeah, this is the one we already did. This is still bad. Don't know if we're gonna be able to get there without moving all these other needles who we know is already like are in a better spot. Like, it seems really hard not to I think we're just gonna keep it at this now, honestly. Alright. Let's just do a super long run plan. Because these tires should last for at least 3 laps. So we know our setup. Honestly, let's just tell them to go out and just go for a while. Maybe not 30 laps. Like 28 could be interesting. And then we're gonna let them just go a little bit. All right, there you go. And now I'm actually not opposed to just simulate, to be honest. So let's simulate the session. Because we already have a setup that we're kind of like happy with. So I don't mind just... Yeah, so this looks pretty good. I'm assuming they didn't use up too many
Here
of
we
our
are,
tires.
back for another day of Formula One action,
Yep.
where practice wraps up and qualifying unfolds. Whoever said every second counts clearly hadn't revelled in the sport of Formula One, where grid positions can be decided by thousandths of a second.
Yeah.
The drivers competing today are amongst the finest in the world, but the margins are even finer. And as you can probably guess, there is no margin for error. So get yourselves comfortable. It's going to be quite the ride.
All right. Right you are. Let's see then. Practice session 3, what are we doing? Let's have a look. What did the AI do to our tires? Not too much, apparently. Alright, so we're gonna get this soft tire back once we're in Q3. If we get the Q3. I would like to keep this medium available to us. I think we're gonna just let them go on the softs and maybe one set of hards. We shouldn't need another set of hards. And maybe we just have them go out like for ages on this hard. No, let's just go on. I don't want to use up 2 softs if the AI is gonna go. So that should last for 40 laps, I think. Let's do something like 35. Be chill on them, please. And same for you. 35. And actually the AI did get us slightly better in terms of car setup, so that's nice. Alright, let's go to practice, and again, I think simulating this is fine now that we have a setup that we're happy with. Let's see, hopefully they didn't use up too much of our tires here. They did use another set of softs, that's annoying. We did get perfect track acclimatization, car parts knowledge is pretty good too. Setup confidence went even higher. Okay, so that's all pretty good. Just wondering... They didn't... Okay, so we're kind of fine on the tires. We have enough softs for qualifying for sure. And same for you. Yeah, okay. So... Oh no, you used up this tire entirely. I didn't notice. Okay, so we have 4 as long as we get the Q3. No, we have 3. Because this one only unlocks during race, so we get 3 softs. Oh, they used up 2 of our softs. Bastards. Okay, that's annoying. I think we're gonna try and do Q1 on mediums. And then we're gonna use our softs for Q2 and Q3. It's really annoying though. See, this is why you don't let the AI run your practice sessions. They use up 2 softs even though I told them to go on hards for the entire stint. Alright, well, that is what it is. Okay, so we're gonna go out on mediums, and if we really need to, we can go back on the soft. And I wouldn't mind trying a double flying lap. It does add a lot more fuel. It's just gonna make us slower as well. I would like to try it though. Let's try it. Could be fun. All right. And obviously we're gonna manage it. Let's see.
And radio check chance.
We're gonna wait for a slight bit here.
Radio check, okay.
I would like a little bit more track grip if possible, but here is enabled. Oh, thank you. First people coming out. Looks like it might rain actually at some point. Not likely, but definitely possible. Oh, we're just gonna send them out now, I think. Let's see if we can do a good lap here. I'm just gonna let them do automatic mode for now. Not that too much. Seems like a pretty good time. I think that's good enough to get out of Q1. That's a good lap. Nice. Where's Sainz? You're also doing well. All right. Track grip is a little bit higher. I don't think anyone is going to go above us. I mean, we can try and go in the train that everyone else is going to go in. It could be quite fun. But we'll just use the same tires, I'd say. I don't think there's much risk of us not getting out of Q1. Everyone is going. Let's... Oh, didn't refuel. Oops. I'm gonna go only one lap. It's not gonna cost us time to reconfigure much. Because we're not switching anything and we're only gonna do one flying lap this time. Oh, no, don't reconfigure, please. Send out. And send out. Alright, so we're kind of in the middle of this train, which is kind of fun too. Let's watch. Where are you, Sainz? Alright, yeah, so we have a pretty decent gap here for what we want. Alright, so yeah, looks fine. Let's just speed things up a little and watch as the train goes. Normally we're not part of this train, but today I decided to just go. Why not? And there we go. Okay, Leclerc's setting some good times here. And yeah, obviously that didn't really matter too much, but we already used much of that medium set of tires anyway, so I didn't mind that so much. That's pretty good. All right, end of the session. Looks like Vettel, Albon, and some people I didn't notice are going out. Yeah, Vettel, Albon, Tsunoda, Latifi, and Stroll are all out, so the usual suspects, to be honest. It's painful to say to Vettel, but yeah. Looks like something happened to Russell. I don't know what that is. Maybe he made a mistake or something. Oh, grid penalty. Alright. So he's gonna go down a bit. Looks like we are a lot quicker than the Mercedeses. And everyone else is a lot slower than us as well. Max obviously was quite a bit quicker than us, but I imagine he was on the softs. We obviously were just on mediums. Now I think Q2 we definitely want to just start on the soft. Oh, yeah, and I think we're just going to do one run this time around. I don't think I want to do a double flying lap when fuel matters so much. Track should still have pretty good grip, so I think we're just going to send them out immediately when it's... Oh, looks like the Red Bulls have a similar idea. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a drag from them or something. I don't know. But it looks like us and Verstappen have the same idea. Hopefully we can sort of avoid traffic here. Let's see. I don't know. Let's go. Looks like we are going to run into not much traffic, honestly. No. Pretty good. Let's see. Where do we end up? We get split by Verstappen. Alright, so that's not too bad. Perez could obviously still do something, but I don't think we're gonna go out again. I think we're gonna save this tire. Obviously it doesn't matter, and we're so far ahead of the Mercedeses, the Alfa Romeos. So this shouldn't matter at all. Looks like track rubber and track grip isn't improving that much. Track rubber went to normal now. I think it's fine. I don't think we need to go out anymore. We're setting some really good times. I don't see any of these cars improving by a full second just because track rubber improved a little. Could be very wrong here, but I don't think we're going to go out in Q2. Looks like most people stay. Russell thought the same as us, at least. He decided to stay in as well. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, no real changes. Okay. Good. Alright, so we managed to save our tires a little bit there. And we set the fastest lap. Very nice. Alright. And now, obviously, the real deal starts. We do get that second tire now. So that's nice. So we can switch once. So we'll go now immediately, and then we'll try one more near the end. As usual. Alright. Good. Same for you. Yep. Let's get into it then.
And radio check when you can.
I'm just gonna send him out immediately.
Radio check, okay.
Looks like again the Red Bull has the same idea as us, but this time we went out before him. Again, a little bit chance of rain. We still haven't seen rain yet in this save, so that could be interesting at some point. This time it's Perez that's splitting us. Ah, that's annoying traffic there. I'm just gonna have to try and get by them somehow. And horrible time from Sainz. Yeah, that was not too good. I think the traffic really messed us up a little bit there. Problem is we can't really go out again. So I think we're gonna set up, we're gonna get that fresh set of tires, and we're gonna go out in the train like usual, and then hopefully we'll do better. This is a really bad time from Sainz. He's gonna need to do a lot better. As soon as we see the first people go, I think yeah, right now is when we want to go. So let's send out Charles first, and now immediately Sainz as well. Okay, so we're kind of in the front of the train, which is fine. I'd like to take control now. This is the lap that matters. So we're harvesting, yep, and we're on conserve on everything else. Oh, Leclerc is actually going by Hamilton. I don't know what he's doing. He doesn't want to go out in front at all, apparently. All right, last corner. Looks like a lot of people. I don't know if Russell. Yeah, Russell should make that. All right, so we're gonna go attack. We're gonna go push, and we're gonna go on deploy mode. And same here. Attack, push, deploy everything you've got, please. And then let's have a look. All right. Got the purple already in from Leclerc. Purple again. End of the session, which is fine. And here we go. Final corner. This is gonna look like a cracker lap. Verstappen doesn't seem to be improving on our time, so that's really good. And there you go, P1, hopefully. Meanwhile, Sainz is actually also quite important. What are you doing? P2. And also a really good lap. You just didn't get the purples. Now, onto the Red Bulls. What are they doing? Can't see what lap times he's setting right now. It does look quick. And Perez right behind him as well. Let's see. Doesn't improve, I think. Perez comes in fourth, but both didn't really get close to us. All right, so that's a nice result there. Pretty good. Looks like a pretty actual normal run from real life. 2 Ferraris and 2 Red Bulls, and then the Mercedeses. And George is gonna obviously move down a bit thanks to that grid penalty. All right, so looking pretty good.
To build here as race day begins.
Yes.
These past few days, Ferrari have been absolutely thrilling their fans. Now let's see if they can make the Tifosi proud by capitalizing on that grid position.
Yes, let's
This
see.
weekend, Red Bull displayed promise during qualifying. Now they need to capitalize on their grid position and get a good race under their belts.
Yes.
We've been having sunny weather here today, but there are some clouds looming that might complicate things for teams further down the line.
Okay, so rain
Exciting
is
choices lie ahead
possible.
then for the teams and their drivers here in Melbourne. So let's see what happens.
All right, good. Let's get ready. Let's have a look then. Strategy-wise, what are we doing? Yeah, again, doesn't seem like it's gonna rain. It could right around here maybe, but for now, I think what we do is we go with strategy A, I guess. And then we need to make these hearts last quite a while. That's 23. All the way to 58. There's a lot of laps, but the hearts should last, and they're theoretically the best tire. I definitely don't want to do B. We can always try and keep our tires a little fresher. I do think we just start on the mediums. That's okay by me. These should last for 33 or so, and these for 46. That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, track rubber is still very low. I think we'd rather start on the mediums than on the hards because of that. So we'll go strategy A, and then we'll see which one of these guys comes in first. Maybe it depends also a little on who's better at keeping their tires fresh. We're not gonna change fuel too much. I think we're gonna start on push mode and just deploy. I want to really try and keep position, and obviously we could underfuel the car a little bit. I think I'm okay not doing that. Like, we have the pace already, so it doesn't seem too necessary. And then we can push both on the tires and the fuel usage, at least for a little while. Let's start off like that, try and see if we can get a really good position during the race. And
I don't want to tempt fate,
then we'll
but
see.
there are quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid.
Okay, they keep teasing that.
And there's Charles Leclerc. They're
Clean
in pole
umbrella,
position,
too.
and they've got to be happy about that. And further back, there's
Doesn't
Sainz.
seem to be rainy at
They're
all
in
yet, though.
second place on the grid, but that could so easily change in the first few seconds of the race. The race start is mere seconds away.
Very nice. All right, so
Brace
yeah, it doesn't
yourself
seem like it's gonna rain.
for the Australian
I think
Grand
everyone else
Prix.
is also on the mediums, as far as I can tell.
It's
All
lights
right, let's
out,
see. Lights out.
and away we go.
And I would like to actually watch this from Carlos's perspective. Going into turn 1. Oh, that's a hard turn. All right, and oh, Max was so close there, but he did manage to get away from him. Very nice. Now he's trying to hunt down his own teammate, but Charles is getting the corner well there. How are we doing behind? All right, so we already have a little decent gap there to Verstappen. That's very nice. Yeah, despite everything being said, it doesn't look like it's gonna rain just yet. And we can see the sun, of course, beaming down, so that's good. We're already out of DRS from the Red Bull, so yeah, our car is doing wonders here. I do think that means we start pushing back a little on the tires now. I don't want our guys to fight too much.
Slow down.
So let's start slowing down here a little. We already have a second and a half. Let's
And confirm.
start going neutral here, and let's start harvesting on you a little bit.
And we need some lift and coast for tire temps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to push too hard here.
Start button on.
Okay.
I'd rather not have our guys fight right now. There's no point. Now, in 2 laps, obviously, DRS could open. That's not what we want here. Let's go neutral now. I think a battery of like 70% or so is pretty good. I don't mind that. Now, the best thing we could do here is if we can pull Carlos along with Leclerc once DRS opens. That would be rather nice. So let's go on a bit. 5% rain still only, so that doesn't seem to impact us too much. And we still have a sizable gap to the 2 Red Bulls. They're also going to be able to pull each other along, but we've seen in the past that they actually start fighting quite a bit. And there comes the DRS. All right, so this is when we should start seeing our guys fight a little bit. Now, I don't want to tell them like, oh, don't fight at all. I don't think that's the way to go here. I don't even know if that's a thing. I mean, you had team orders in Motorsport Manager. I don't see it here, besides that we could tell them to like not push, let's say. Like I could tell him to conserve his tires and use less of his ERS and whatever else, but yeah, I don't know. All right, so let's watch again from Carlos's perspective. I think that could be fun. While the DRS is gonna open, let's see if he can make a move. Ah, it's dangerously close. Let's see on the main straight. And if you, oh, he's trying to. Oh, did you have him? I think he has him. Oh, he's got the outside here though. He's gonna get the inside here on a very, very slow corner. Yeah, he has him. Another competitor locked up. No, no, Charles is out ahead of him, but he's gonna get DRS right now, I assume. Or did? No, the wing didn't open. Ooh. That is Yuki
there.
again. He's not having a good weekend.
It was the Alpha Tauri driver.
Is it this time his fault? Oh, that's rough.
Dear
Oh, what
me,
you did
they
there.
won't
That's
have
the
been
same
expecting
corner, but
that.
this time it was his own fault. Alright, well, that's Yuki gone. Looks like just a yellow flag though, so we don't need to worry too much here. It's not going to be a safety car, apparently. Yeah, Yuki went into the pits. Apparently they could get that car safely. Yeah, DRS doesn't really seem to be helping us too much right now. Like, we're just kind of fighting ourselves. But Verstappen is actually getting close. That's annoying. So I think we're going to have to push a little bit here. If we want to get away. Let's go push mode. I don't want to use too much of our battery if possible, but I do want to get out of that second range. I don't want to give him DRS. Let's start pushing a little bit. It looks like he's also pushing because all of a sudden he closed the gap by like half a second. Definitely don't want that. Alright, it's looking a lot better. Yeah, that's already looking a lot better. Alright, now I do want to spare these tires a little bit, so let's give that back.
We should slow down.
Copy.
Please stop fighting each other. That's not good at all. Alright, looks like he made a clean move this time. I think he hasn't. Oh. These dog cards are so bad for our lead times. Really not what I want to see, but... I mean, you can't tell, like, drivers not to race each other at all, right? I mean... And we did just get a fastest lap, so that's not too bad.
Copy that.
Verstappen again getting close. That's annoying. Yeah, if Carlos feels like he can be quicker, then let's actually push him a little. Oh shit!
And we'll
Verstappen
need,
just got
lead
in.
off.
Copy.
Verstappen just got in DRS. That's really bad. I need one of these guys to back off, basically, because now we're just pulling Verstappen ahead. So let's go regular mode on you. Let's push as hard as we can on you. And even just deploy your DRS. I just want one of these guys to get away. No, that's stupid. Yeah, we can't do that. If we do that, then we're leaving Sainz open for an overtake, which is even worse, actually. So you're actually gonna have to be the one to push a little bit. Just to try and get out of range here again.
Head down.
Okay.
I don't think we're closing the gap before the main straight. That's bad. That's not what we want here. Oh, he made it. Damn. Alright, so that's unfortunate. Because now it looks like we're gonna give him DRS. All that fighting between our two cars definitely didn't help. I think, but yeah, now we're making the move on Charles again, which is fine, but the problem is Verstappen is also going to be able to do the same thing. So I think we're just going to tell him to harvest our batteries. Maybe we should have pushed a little bit harder, because now Verstappen pushing got back in on us. That's annoying. At least our tires aren't much worse than his right now, so that's okay. Leclerc's just going to have to try and hold him off, even though he's already making a move with DRS here. Thing is though, like, we'll also be having DRS on him, so I don't mind that much. Especially here, if Charles loses DRS from Sainz, then he's a sitting duck. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen though. No. Alright, so we're kind of doing a little DRS train. The only good part about that is that we are getting a little bit further away from Perez. So even if he does overtake us, it's still a 2 versus 1, which should help us out. I think I'm okay with this. Yuki is just out there halfway in. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, Verstappen just overtook Sainz as well. But as long as we can pull each other along, I don't mind too much. I know. Our mistake was just letting him get in this train in the first place. And now that he's in, I don't think there's much we can do anymore without using up too much of our fuel here. Yeah, he just overtook Leclerc as well. That's annoying. Let's push then. Let's push with both our guys on the engine at least. See if we can get that spot back. I think we are dogfighting him right now, so that's okay. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're going to be fighting a lot. Probably you're going to see a lot. I think this is going to be a pretty close
just gained a place.
repeat to what happened in the first race of the season. We were just continuously swapping thanks to DRS. Yeah, it's just a little train of DRS overtakes. And that's okay. I mean, it's not like we really have a choice. You have a lot of... I still don't understand this. So what's the difference right now between Leclerc and Sainz? They both have 88 kilograms of fuel left, but one of them is at plus a lap and the other is at minus. And now he just lost that lap completely. Don't understand. It seems to have something to do with whether you're in first or not. Because now they all of a sudden each... Maybe it's because you can be behind another car and it takes that into consideration. Yes. But yeah, you can see these constant DRS overtakes. I don't think there's any point fighting against them right now. Let's harvest our battery. Let's... Well, not harvest, but let's neutralize our battery. Let's just keep close. Let's make sure that we're continuously behind Verstappen. Or ahead of him. Either is fine. Like now. And we'll just keep dogfighting him. I mean, it's... Oh. Just a small spin. What do you mean? You're stuck. What are you doing?
Here's the replay. Okay, here's the Ferrari.
What happened there? Carlos. Looks like he's in first. And he takes that
A
corner.
bold move indeed. And with that,
Fine.
they've gained a position.
Oh, that was just the overtake. What? I want to see the spin though.
Back in the garage, the
Yeah,
team
yeah.
anthem.
Show me the... Show me what happened. Yeah, he's out, man. Can you do something?
Lost control and spun.
What happened here? Okay, so he seems to be moving again. But he's now being pushed by both Alpines. And Perez got past us as well. So he just got super stuck or something. That is really unfortunate. Okay, the only thing I do want to do then is start really pushing these tires. And try and get out of DRS range from Verstappen. Because we're really close right now. And since we don't have to pull our teammate along anymore, that doesn't really matter. I don't think we need to use too much here for...
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Yeah, even though they're in DRS, I don't think Sainz is gonna get overtaken by the Alpines, I hope. We can push our engine a little bit maybe to try and get away from them, but we should be fine either way, I think. Let's see if Leclerc can get away from Max here. That would be rather nice. Unfortunately, he didn't manage to do it before the long straight. That's gonna be a bit of a gap closer probably for Max.
At the moment, we are the fastest car on track.
Let's see if we can get away from him. Even if it does cost us a lot of our battery, I don't mind doing it. Just to try and... Yeah, it's not really working, is it? Yeah, he's right behind us. It's unfortunate. Sainz has been overtaken by Alonso. That's also very unfortunate.
That's a good overtake from Alpine.
We did even give him like the extra fuel. Unfortunate.
Big lift off.
Looks like that also took quite a bit out of Carlos's wheel. Actually, I think that spin definitely took a chunk out of the percentage. That's unfortunate for him. It doesn't look like we can shake Max here, to be honest. So maybe we just go back to what we were doing.
And we need some lift and coast.
And we go back to just swapping DRS. We do have a 10-second gap to Perez, so that should be enough, I would assume. And we're probably going to get overtaken here a few times, so that's okay. Carlos, meanwhile, is just trying to dogfight Alonso here. Oh, we're immediately out of DRS from Verstappen. That's really bad. We need to get him back, like, right now. That's probably worth even using a bit more of our DRS here. Losing him on the straight there is super painful. Okay, that puts us back into range. Let's make sure we get that DRS flickering green again.
Ferrari, advance the race position.
Okay, we took Alonso back, and that's the DRS. Okay. Go aggressive for now. I don't necessarily want to overtake him, but I do want to stick with him. Alright, that's the pit window. Not bad. We do overtake Verstappen on the main straight. Very good. What are we doing here
and
now?
Ferrari just gained a place.
Yeah, we know. So Sainz now has a good gap to Ocon and Alonso. That's all fine. We don't need to do much there. I think we can start harvesting our battery a little bit. Maybe we can try and capitalize on Perez making a mistake or something or spin, but it's a big gap, right? 6 seconds. That would be a very costly pit stop or something that we need for them to happen. Verstappen actually goes into the pits and something just happened. What just happened? Who is not moving? Everyone is moving. Okay, so that was just a little warning indicator for nothing. What are we doing? So the optimal strategy says in 1 lap or so. I think we just need to keep an eye on the indicator with Verstappen and see. You went to pit and you're only 6 seconds. Oh wait, that's to Perez as well. Alonso just spun. Don't really care about the pit, so let's have a look. What's happening here? We did just go. Yeah, okay, so next lap would be optimal. Perez just came in too. They're gonna try and undercut us, I suppose. Then again, we were dogfighting, so it's not really an undercut, is it? Sainz can get some DRS from Verstappen, that's nice, and maybe we can slow him down a little as well. That would be very good. Double stack isn't really applicable here because we're very far behind. DRS is now fully charged. Let's go neutral then. Perfect. And let's see, that 19.3, is that shrinking or increasing?
Start button off.
Copy.
Seems to be pretty steady. Slowly going down maybe. So I think we probably stay out for at least 1 more lap. We start pushing this tire a little bit. Try and get that gap even a little bigger if we can. Because right now Carlos is annoying Verstappen a bit. Yeah, he can try and slow him down a little bit, which would be really nice. And now we just try and hold him up if we can. And yeah, we're gonna let Charles just try and eat up as much of that tire as he can. Meanwhile, you're trying to hold him up a little bit. It's not really working that much. Do we give 34, 35? I think maybe we pit you now. Still doesn't seem like there's going to be any rain. Doesn't seem likely at all. If we were to pit you right now, we're going to fresh set of hards. That'll last us for 46 laps maximum. Should be more than enough. So let's do it, I think. Yeah, let's go. Anyway, the hards are supposed to be slightly quicker. So far, Verstappen hasn't proven it. But let's push with all we've got. Not gonna use up too much battery. I do want to use a bit more fuel and just push this tire to its limit. We are actually increasing the gap a tiny bit, so that's good. And what happened to you? Didn't you pit? Oh, pitting this lap. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 more lap probably with Charles then. Yeah, let's do 1 more lap. We're still gaining, so okay with that. So we probably need to chill a bit on the fuel now. Okay, so Sainz coming in, good pit stop. Very nice. We did have to go through a lot of traffic. I don't know if that was worth it, but we still gained a second on Verstappen. That's not too bad. Yeah, now we're finally starting to see some degradation, so let's go on the hards now. We managed to make it work. We even gained a bit of time. I think we just lost a lot of time there. I don't know what happened there. But I think maybe Verstappen got some DRS from Latifi or something. That's fine either way. Alright, so 19.9 should be good enough if we don't have a bad pit stop. Is good enough. Okay, yeah, so we do come out ahead pretty decently as well. So let's push here, I think. We did use up a lot of our fuel. I don't think we can justify using that much more. So we gained a little bit with Leclerc. I think we lost a little bit with Sainz by trying to hold up Verstappen. So we were like 5.8 behind Perez. Now it's a little bit more. I think we could start to use a little bit more of our battery for now with Carlos. Just see if we can get a little bit close to Perez, put some pressure on him. Definitely don't want to use up too much of this tire. We do need to make it last till the end here. Don't have too much battery with Leclerc, but he does seem to be increasing the gap for now, so that's nice. And our tire is a lot fresher still than Max's, so I don't mind using a bit more of it for now. Yeah, Carlos doesn't seem to be getting too much closer here, to be honest. Not ideal. Yeah, you're not really doing much with your tire at all. Let's try and push you a little bit. And I guess you can also push your fuel a tiny bit. Looking pretty good though. We're doing fine on the curve. I don't think we're using up too much of our tire right now. Looks like Verstappen is pushing a bit as well. I guess he's finally deploying his ERS. But we're still keeping the gap semi-decently at 3.6. Not bad. Let's go for a little bit. That's 4.8 now. And yeah, we do need to start going a bit more relaxed on this battery now. 5 seconds, and Sainz did get a bit closer, but I do want to stop using too much of this tire right now. And again, I mean, we're still ahead by 5% or so on both Perez and Verstappen. I guess they did come in a lot earlier than us, but this is already 7 seconds. Yeah, we can be pretty chill now. And hopefully near the end we can make a move on Perez. He's already in DRS range. That's perfect. Let's have a look then.
Looks like there's been a lockup.
Alright, that's Albon. Don't really particularly care. Let's see if we can see a move here from Carlos on Perez. That would be nice. He could make up a little bit for that spin moment that he had. This is not how you win championships, my friend. If you want to beat Charles, then you're gonna have to not spin out continuously, though. See if he can make a move at least on Sergio. And we have 6.5 seconds to Verstappen. That's pretty good there. Let's see, use your DRS on the straight here. Gain a lot of speed. That's a clean overtake. Very nice. Now, obviously, he's gonna have to try and get out of DRS.
You're doing what?
If he wants to get clear of Perez, but at least getting to him was already pretty good. And he's already clear of DRS.
Advance the race position.
This is really good. Alright, so we made the move clean and we managed to get the outside of Perez's DRS. That's perfect. Now, obviously, Verstappen is too far away to get close to, but we did get fastest lap. That's nice. I think now we chill pretty much on the battery. We chill on the fuel. Let's make sure we can just drive out the race. Don't need to push yours anymore now. And Leclerc has a good gap now to Verstappen, so definitely not bad whatsoever. Tire's still looking good. That means we can now try and run out this race. Still no rain, so... $35%. If rain doesn't fall now, there's a very little chance of it happening, so that's good. Still no rain. Okay, so we're good. No rain on track. It's perfectly what we wanted. And now we can just kind of run it out on time 16 unless a crash or something happens and watch this unfold. Stroll locked up. Let's watch it then. Just because it never feels so entertaining. Yep, there you go.
Just a bit too heavy on the
brakes,
and they've locked up.
Alright. Unfortunate moment for Lance there, but doesn't do too much. How is everyone else doing? Meanwhile, the Mercedes are really underperforming and quite far behind the Alpines. I don't know if they're on a different strategy, but that is interesting. Alright. Fastest lap now for Charles. That's very good. And fuel still pretty fine, I think. Still looks fine. It's flashing sort of reddish, but I think we're okay. says we're in the plus, so I'm assuming it's fine. Tire looking perfectly fine. Actually, far above what we need. So we should be pretty easily running out this race, as long as none of our drivers do something stupid. Carlos, don't spin out again, please. That looks fine. Right, very nice. Another last lap. Oh no, that's the last lap. Alright, so let's go ahead a little bit. And we'll watch Charles go across the finish line. Could be fun.
Oh, we've had a spin.
Roll. We're not gonna watch you again. I think that's enough suffering we've watched. There he comes. Around the second to last corner. Here's the last corner. And onto the main straight. Hear that crowd. Very nice. And across the line. Checkered flag.
Checkered flag.
There comes Max and Sainz meanwhile.
This was incredibly difficult.
Also getting near the also going over the last line. There you go. 7 seconds clear of Perez. That's a pretty good way to do it, I suppose. But yeah, unfortunate we couldn't get a 1-2. I think it was definitely up in the cards for us. I think the Red Bulls pitted too early. There was still a lot of life left in those mediums, and they were actually quicker. And as soon as Verstappen gave up the DRS that he got from us, we could push all out, basically use up all those resources and tires that we'd been saving up. And yeah, we got out quite far ahead of them. Never looked back. Very nice. All right. So yeah, we made it. Another podium, double podium. Not a 1-2, but I'd say definitely a good result. And that's the Albert Park Australian Grand Prix done. Very nice. Look at him being happy.
This podium is a remarkable achievement for the whole team.
Max not looking too happy here. I can understand that. Did manage to get a second. Good for him. But so far, it's been Ferrari dominance this season. Now, we've had some moments. Charles with the bad pit stop and the crash with Max.
With a terrific drive today.
And then, of course, Carlos now spinning out. Obviously not ideal. But yeah, we still managed to recover, get some points away from Perez at least. And Charles managed to get his win here in Australia. Very nice. Good. The second.
I don't think Ferrari will be too disappointed with that result.
No,
I couldn't agree more. It just shows what this team can do when all the pistons are firing.
After an intense weekend, the team
once you get some actual proper strategy and you don't do any weird moves.
Now the teams will be looking ahead to Imola, where the season progresses with the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Get ready for some
Imola next. Very nice. Cool. That was good. We also got the fastest lap. I love it so much. All the licensing, all the proper songs, all the proper voices, the real logos. This is just amazing. It's such a step up from, like, Motorsport Manager is a really fun game and it scratched that itch for ages, but yeah, this is what we wanted, right? Basically a Motorsport Manager with better graphics and the proper licensing, and we got it. Alright, so that is now Charles into first. Obviously, we're also quite far ahead. That is a 33-point gap to the Red Bulls. Very nice. As for the driver standings, Charles is now 5 points clear of Carlos. Meanwhile, Max is also quite far behind. That is 16 points back from Charles. Sergio, respectable 42 points. Lewis on 26. Valtteri on 19. Fernando Alonso on 13. George Russell on a disappointing 12. Pierre on 10. And then Esteban Ocon with 6. And then we still have Zhu and Daniel with his first 2 points of the season. Very nice. He's actually outperforming Lando Norris right now. Interesting. And then there's a whole lot of people with 0 points. Cool. Yeah, we haven't really seen any huge crashes during races. So that's interesting. Next episode looks like we're going to get some new regulation proposals. We're also going to be manufacturing some more parts. And doing some research, apparently, as the research period will open. Very nice. Lots of fun stuff to look forward to. There's a lot about this game that we don't know yet. So far, it's been really fun. And we've so far managed to do what Ferrari has not been able to do, and that is just good old winning of races. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's again a long one. I think there will be for this game. Basically, the game is just very long if you want to do one race per episode. Unless you skip over everything, but to me that defeats the purpose. I like going into the details. I like seeing the driver moves that they make during races. I like doing the qualifying myself. Q1, Q2, Q3. Even the practice is fun. You know, you get to experience all these tracks, really see it all happen. To me, there's no point in skipping over all of that. Then you might as well... I might as well not record this gameplay, because then I'm just clicking through buttons and watching them zoom around on a 3D map constantly. And that's, I don't know, the fun to me is really watching all these people. So I hope you enjoyed that just as well. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more or less racing or more or less of the practice or qualifying. I'm having a fun, at least with the current setup. So yeah, let me know what you think. And I think that's it for today. So see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.